welcome to the final unofficial fan lounge for the 2026 United Football League season. I'm Mike Chernevsky. I'll be your host for this podcast. I'm strongly considering taking it off the uncalled for feed for 27. Probably make a YouTube channel or something, but you gotta do something like that. So, especially with the amount of material we have for uncalled for and all that. So let's get right into it. So United Bowl 3 happened the day I'm recording this. Louisville 27, DC 20. So good job out of the Louisville Kings, their first year of existence. And they win a title out of it. Team leaders in the game, Chandler Rogers for the Kings, 81 yards passing, 2 picks. Ian Wheeler, who was the game MVP, 10 rushing attempts, 81 yards and a touchdown. And Tariq Black leading the Kings in receiving with 1 catch for 40 yards. For DC, your passing leader is E.J. Perry, formerly of the Michigan Panthers. 50 yards, 1 pick. Valaday, I'm still not going to try your first name, dude. But 4 rushing attempts, 111 yards, 1 touchdown. Cornell Powell led the defenders in receiving with 3 catches for 40 yards. So, congratulations to the Kings on winning United Bowl 3. So, I'm doing the same thing that the NFL does with the Super Bowl. The first 2 weren't called the Super Bowl, but were retroactively done. So, I'm going to do that for this league. So, 24, United Bowl, Birmingham. United Bowl 2, DC. United Bowl 3, Louisville. Attendance for this game, 19,023 in DC. And yes, there was a giant beer snake there. So congratulations to the Kings. Since it is the end of the season, let's go and recognize those season-ending awards. So start with the MVP. That would be Jack Plummer, the quarterback for Orlando. Congratulations. Offensive Player of the Year goes to Hakeem Butler, the wide receiver for the Battlehawks. Defensive Player of the Year, Cam Gill with Louisville, defensive lineman. Special Teams Player of the Year, also with Louisville, that'd be Tanner Brown, the current kicker. Sportsman of the Year goes to Cornell Powell of the Defenders. Coach of the Year, Anthony Becht, now with Orlando, of course. He'd been, of course, with St. Louis before that. And speaking of St. Louis, the Assistant Coach of the Year is Corey Chamberlain, the defensive coordinator for the Battlehawks. All UFL team. At quarterback, it is Jack Plummer. Running back is Deion Jackson with DC. Wide receivers, Hakeem Butler, Chris Rowland, now with Orlando, and Tyler Vaughns with Dallas. Tight end is Tyler Neville with the Battlehawks. The two tackles, Gottlieb Ayedze with Houston, and Yasir Durant with DC. The 2 guards, Michael Gonzalez with Orlando, and Gareth Warren with Houston. And at center is the Battlehawks' longtime center, Mike Panasiuk. On defense, we start at the defense tackles. We have Isaiah Buggs with Orlando, and Carlos Davis with the Battlehawks, the cousin of our occasional co-host Terrence Hayes. At the two defensive ends, the edge, they now call it Cam Gill with Louisville and Derek Robertson with DC. At linebacker, we're going 4-3 here. So at linebacker, we have Tay Crowder with Birmingham, Tony Fields II, Columbus, and Chiava Tazzino, also with Birmingham. And the DBs are Major Burns with Houston, DJ Miller Jr. with Columbus, Corey Mayfield Jr. with Louisville, and Kerry Vincent Jr. with Houston. Kicker, Tanner Brown with Louisville. Punter, Ryan Sanborn, Battlehawks. Long snapper, Marco Ortiz with Houston. Kick returner, Chris Rowland. Punt returner, Sean Fresh with the Battlehawks. And I don't know what CS stands for, but it is Gary Jennings Jr. also with the Battlehawks. So good job out of all these individuals. There will be a 2027 season. It sounds like they will not be moving any of the teams. That's good. But you do have some attendance issues to address this year. I don't know what the solution is. Maybe it is do better marketing in those cities. Probably try to find local ownership groups to buy into the league. Same way MLS does with their own. So MLS that operates as a single entity, just like the UFL, but each team has their own owners, but the league still owns a piece of the team. So you could do something like that. Just find your local owners. I just made this suggestion on social media for the Battlehawks. When the Rams were on their way to moving, there was a possibility of certain Rams players, namely Isaac Bruce and Chris Long, had expressed interest in this, that they would either buy the Rams themselves or buy into an expansion team. So obviously neither happened, but this would be a good opportunity for guys like that to get into sports ownership and to keep the team in St. Louis. I don't know if they want to go the fan ownership route. I think that would be a great idea. But we'll see what happens there. Mike Rapoli, who is now the face of the UFL now that he's bought in, part of that giant ownership group now, and is clearly the face of the league now, said there will be 10 teams in 28, and that he would personally go bankrupt before this league were to go under, and I applaud him for that. We know that Oklahoma City is getting a team in 28. We don't know who the 10th team is going to, but I will remind Mr. Rapoli that you did make a promise to Michigan Panthers fans that if Detroit City FC's stadium was ready by then, that Michigan would be returning as that 10th team. So I want to remind you of that. All right. And now to end Unofficial Fan Lounge for 2026, here are the final power rankings for the league. We'll go in reverse order. So we'll start at 8, and that has to be Columbus, 3-7. Missed the playoffs altogether. I will give them credit that they did very well attendance-wise. Top 3, and but on the field not good. And you might want to do something about that fan base too, because I understand one of your big fans is a known fucking menace to society who drives with 2 feet, is prone to fall asleep at the wheel. I'm talking about AJ Hawk, of course, if you're not familiar with the Pat McAfee show. And you have Jim Laurinaitis in your fan base too. Another former St. Louis Ram, but he played for the Ohio State. I guess he's coaching there now. And he once told one of his former Ram teammates, no, oh, I'm sorry, no, he was told by his former teammate, quit teaching my kid bad words. And he was like, well, what the bad words you speak of is the fairly inoffensive phrase "Go Bucks," as in the Ohio State Buckeyes. Yeah, exactly. That like I said, bad words. We do not say those words in this house. So number 8, Columbus. Number 7 is Houston. I'm sorry. Doesn't matter if it's the Roughneck name or the Gamblers name. Something that's just off with that team, in my opinion. And the attendance continues to be an issue for Houston. I don't know what it is, but I would give them 1 more year to figure it out, because that is inexcusable what they're doing there. I mean, we're talking 4th largest city in the United States, Houston. You can easily support this team, and you are a football city. You know, you have the Texans, and you have the University of Houston there. So no excuses. Support this team. You know, and but of course the team needs to do better too. And no, I don't think that June Jones or Wade Phillips are walking through that door anytime soon. Both of those men, they're older now, and their best days are sadly behind them. So I don't think either of those guys are coming back. So, but something needs to be done. All right. Another city place stuff needs to be done. Number 6, Dallas. All right. Yeah, they do have an XFL championship, but they lucked into that. All right, you've heard me talk about how the XFL fucked up and left the Battlehawks out of the playoffs in 1 year, and the Renegades were the beneficiary of that. Now, granted, they have playmakers on that team, but their attendance also struggled this year. And so I just don't know what to say about them. The only reason they're not 7th, to be completely honest with you, is they drew better than Houston, and they beat us twice. So 6 is Dallas. 5, and this is something I was not thinking of saying before this season started, but number 5 is Birmingham. Guys, I know you can do better attendance-wise, and you certainly have the capability to win. Let's turn that around. I get it. You were decimated a little bit by the redraft that happened before the season. And then I don't know if Skip Holtz would entertain coming back, because I know he was a key part of the Stallions' success, pre-merger and post-merger. Of course, his father, the great Lou Holtz, passed away before the season started, so that obviously took a toll on why he stepped down. I don't know if he's going to want to come back. So, but certainly, and I think A.J. McCarron, great quarterback, obviously, with the Battlehawks. I don't know how he fair. I don't know how good a coach he actually is. And reading one player's comments today, he's got a lot of work to do. All right. So, AJ, let's focus on being a coach. Be a leader. Don't just go out there yelling, fuck this, fuck that. You ain't Bobby Knight. All right, Bobby Knight could get away with that stuff because he won. All right. You got a lot of work to do. But so, number 5, Birmingham. Number 4, I hate to put us here, but this is where we belong. Number 4 is St. Louis. Yeah, we have an overall winning record throughout. We have never had a losing record, and yes, I'm including the abbreviated 2020 season in this, but we have never had a losing record. But we just have not been able to win the playoffs. Something needs to change. We've already changed coaches. Ricky Prohl. Let's make shit happen. Let's retool for 2027, and let's fucking win this thing. All right. Clearly, you have the makings of a good coach, right? And clearly, you have the respect of the St. Louis community. But for the love of God, let's fucking win this thing. All right. Let's do this. And to the fans, attendance was way down this year, but we're still in the league in attendance. That's not going to change. But attendance has gone down to where we're averaging 22K a year this past year. I know we can do better than that, and I would like to remind you that the Rams gave us 12 straight years of non-winning football, including the worst 5-year stretch in NFL history before Stan decided to lie his way out of St. Louis. You're abandoning a team that has never had a losing record, but just can't get done in the playoffs. Something needs to change, and hopefully it changes next year, because when I do this program again next year, I want to say your United Bowl 4 champion St. Louis Battlehawks. All right. And we clearly got to do better quarterback. Luis Perez, his best days are clearly behind him, and I'm not too sold about the other guys either. So we got to fix what needs to be fixed. It's quarterback, and that's about it. So the caca is still the law, but unfortunately, performance-wise, I have to put us at 4. And number 3, similar vein of the St. Louis Battlehawks, we put the Orlando Storm at 3, and our former coach, Anthony Becht, who clearly did a great job with this team. I wish we did recognize, like the NHL does with best team record-wise, as that way the Battlehawks would have a title, because we did have the best record in 25. And here, Orlando has the best record in 26, and they could not get done in the playoffs. So, not just a Battlehawks thing, this is an Anthony Becht thing, too. So, great regular season, but can't get it done in the playoffs. So, I hope he fixes that. Not against us, but I hope he fixes that. So, number 3, Orlando. Number 2, DC, defending champs. Unfortunately, not able to defend their title with more of the same people. The injury to Jordan Tehamu clearly hurt because they finished 500, but we're still able to get done in the playoffs, and technically host a playoff game. And know the fans can do better too. Y'all showed up today to support this team in their house. You almost filled the damn place up and got the beer snake going. I know TC can do better than 9,000 a game, and that's certainly a step in the right direction. So yeah, if it ain't broke. So DC number 2, of course, number 1 has to be our new champions in Louisville, ranked 2nd in attendance behind St. Louis. They did not have the hardest of starts. They started 0-3, and I was honestly thinking this team is garbage. They're not going to be able to get it done. But they got it done. And credit to Chris Redmond and everyone in Louisville for making it happen. So congratulations. Y'all deserve it. And yeah, we'll see these 8 teams again next year. And hopefully for years down the road, I think we finally have the solution to spring football. And with all that out of the way, I'm going to say we'll see you next time. We'll probably be spinning this off either as a web series or maybe another podcast. I'm probably leaning toward a web series at this moment, but we'll see what happens. Till then, we will talk soon.
We wear the crown, we rule the night. Under the lights, we're burning bright.